Hey guys, welcome back to another review on our YouTube channel. Today is going to be a huge day. We've got 3 scooters coming in here today. We've got the 14 Street Glide. We're going to do the charcoal pearl inner fairing from Advanblack, and while we're in here, we're going to replace the speakers with some DS18s, and we're also going to put a set of 10-inch LA Choppers chrome bars on here. On this video, the fairing video, I'll try my best to edit out the bar installation and stuff like that, and we'll speed up the process a few times throughout the video once we explain what we're doing. And I got a couple of my buddies here today to help me. You'll see them throughout the video. So basically what we done is we went through, and of course I had my amp and stereo and all that stuff out. I still had to button all this stuff up, but I took the amp and the stereo, everything that I put in, I took out and got it back down to the stock motorcycle. So basically what I done after that was just go ahead and start unplugging all these wires. Now you can take the time and mark these wires and where they go. You can mark them with tape, 1 1 2 2 3 3, whatever, but there's only one way to plug these wires in. You're not going to run into the same 2 wires and go, I don't know where this goes. They're basically all they fit each other only one way. So if you get confused to where something goes, you know, just don't force it in. If it doesn't go, it doesn't go there. Just move it. And then as soon as you get all your wires undone, take your blinker brackets off on the side right here. Just lay those, unplug them, lay them off to the side. It's very easy to do. There's just an acorn nut here on the bottom, an acorn nut on the top, and then pull that off, and then you'll have studs underneath that. Take those studs out, and that's going to loosen this piece of plastic here. You're going to take that off. Now once you have that off, guys, there's only 2 bolts on both sides of that fairing that you remove. Kind of nice to have a buddy with you, especially when you get to the last bolt. Have somebody sitting on the bike on this side and holding the fairing. And once you take those 4 bolts out, 2 on each side, the whole fairing just lifts off and you can set it down. But once you get all the wires undone, take the blinker brackets off. You got 2 bolts right here on both sides. That's going to loosen the fairing, and then you can just take that off. Now we've set the fairing off to the side, and I'll move the camera now. Now I'll show you the part where we had it on the table, and we just laid the one fairing on the table with all the stuff in it and laid the new fairing off to this side. It may be hard to see in that video exactly what we were doing. The very first thing we did was remove the pods. The pods are a little bit of a pain in the butt. There's of course the real easy ones to get to. There's one here, and one here. And then at the top you have 2 bolts on each side, right here. And then you move down here, and the ones that are real hard to get to are up under here next to your fork. They go in this way. There's 3 of them. So basically, to remove the pod, you have this one, this one, this one. You have 2 up here on your amp tray, and then 3 down in here. Once you do that, that pod will release. You can unplug the speaker wires from right here. It's just the pinks. Your pinks are your fronts. And what we done there, guys, is we started at the top and took the vent off. There's a few screws. You guys can basically look in here and see where the screws are. Release the vent system and set it off to the side. Pods are going to be gone, so you're going to be able to see down the side of this. There's 2 bolts on each side. You remove those, and basically that whole stereo part right there just comes out as a whole. You just kind of got to wiggle it a little bit and it'll release. It was nice to have somebody on the table to kind of pull the plastic apart a little bit, pull that apart, and that whole chunk just comes out. And then you're down to the basic inner fairing, and that's where you start switching your speaker grills and stuff like that. Now this is the old fairing here, guys, and the vent screws are right here, here, and here. And then of course these are for your gauges. And you just basically take a gauge out and set a gauge in. Screw it in. Just do one piece at a time, converting from the old one to the new one. Slide your stereo in. This has some foam around it. I pulled the foam out of this one and put it on the new one. Just stuck it back on there with some 3M sticky tape. You just unscrew the metal bracket back here on the back for your power supply hole. You just unscrew that piece of aluminum and then pull that front out through the other side and then put it back in the same way. Poke it through. Screw your aluminum cap back on, and you're good there. You have rubber that goes around this that creates a seal. You're going to want to pull all that off and transfer it over. You can see here we already have it on the new fairing. It just sits on there. It doesn't stick or anything. It just molded right to it, so it just sticks right on there. Now I will have to take a heat gun to this one and gradually I popped the 2 big chrome rings off here, but I still have to get these off, just a little bit of light heat from the back side to release that tape and get my trim rings and stuff off. And of course the new Advanblack has the mirror delete. So we got rid of the mirrors. We did the 10-inch LA choppers while we had it apart, so that wasn't a big deal. I put some new mirrors on the bottom and hung them out of the bottom of the bars. But right here there is a little mark on both sides if you want to re-drill these fairings to put these mirrors back in. It's already marked on both sides for you to basically use that bolt right there if you want to use your stock mirrors and your Advanblack fairing. Now once we got everything built on the table and put back together, minus the amp and all that stuff, we just walked it over, set it back down. Once again, it's nice to have 2 people because you'll want somebody on the bottoms kind of pulling that bottom out to get it to slide down on there nicely. Start plugging all your wires back in. You're gonna have your headlight wire left over. You're gonna have a couple of these left over, which are capped off so you know that you didn't have anything plugged into those. This morning I came out and put my amp and ran all my speaker wires and my power wires and stuff, and like I said, now I gotta button that up with some zip ties. But I did want to show you while I had all this apart exactly what we done. I wanted to show you everything that we had to do this. We didn't really get it on video because there was so much going on in the garage. The actual taking of the fairing and stuff off, but it was very simple. And then of course, guys, if you have any questions, if you get into it and you find something that you can't get off, please just drop a comment in the comment box down below and I'll try to help you the best that I can, guys. But I'm gonna go ahead and button all this back up and get my front fairing and stuff, my headlight and stuff back on, and my windshield, and then we'll come back. All right, guys, I got all my wires buttoned up, got my fairing put back on, got all the fingerprints and stuff off of everything, windshield, everything. All the screw holes lined up real good, didn't have to fight anything. Now, there's the new inner fairing, guys. That's what it looks like. That's the Advanblack charcoal pearl inner fairing. Of course, the one thing that I have left to do is they send you a charcoal pearl door, a color matched door that goes on over this one, your access door for your cell phone and your USB port. And I have to get some 3M double-sided sticky tape and stick that accent door on there and it'll match. I just ran out of tape, guys. Now, of course, it comes with the push button panel here that goes around your ignition. That's the same color too. That just simply slides on while your blinker brackets are off. You want to slide that on, and there's a screw here on each side to mount that. So you screw that in on both sides before you put your blinker brackets back on, or you'll be taking these back off again to put them on. So that's pretty much it, guys. I'm sorry I couldn't get all of the details while we were taking it apart. There was just so much going on in the garage. Now guys, I know the inner fairing seems to be a little intimidating when you open up the outer fairing and you see all those wires, but the wiring actually was the easiest part of it. So just make sure that you get them all plugged back in before you put your outer fairing back on. Come around here, hit your key, make sure all your gauges light up, everything works. Actually start the bike, make sure everything's good to go. Turn it back off, and then finish completing the install. Go ahead and put your outer fairing and your windshield and stuff back on. So that's it, guys. I hope this video helped you. If you have any questions or comments on this install, please do not hesitate to drop it in the comment box, and I'll try to help you the best that I can. I check YouTube every single day, guys, so I'll get back to your questions and comments as quickly as I can. I did want to give a big thank you to Travis Clark and Chris Reagan for coming over and helping me with the inner fairing install, guys. I appreciate the hell out of you. I know it was a long day, but it was well worth it. So hey guys, if this video helped you, please remember to like and subscribe. It helps keep this channel alive and lets me know that you guys are out there and they're actually helping you. And I do appreciate the hell out of it. You guys are awesome. Every time we do an upgrade to the Street Glide, whether it be a little thing or a big thing, we try to get a video of it and get it online, and hopefully it helps you make an informed decision on whether or not you want that particular product on your scooter. So please just take 2 seconds, hit that like and subscribe button, guys. Until the next review, guys, as always, be safe and keep your knees in the breeze.